Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Candy's Cozy Couch. My name is Candace, and my nickname is Candy. That is how I came up with a really cultural name. Yes, cultural is what we're going to go with tonight. But speaking of cultural, it is the first day of February, and it is actually Black History Month. So, cultural indeed, the culture of Black history and learning the heritage. So this is exciting for the next 28 days. We're going to be exploring that. Actually, the book that I have right now is kind of neutral. It is a little cultural, you'll see, in a sense. And I'm really looking for a lot of Black history books that I've been running across. They're a little too information filled for the segments for Candy's Cozy Couch. So these are either bedtime stories or, of course, I've been reading stories even during the day, morning, afternoon. So I want to make sure that they're not long-winded. I don't really want to chapter book it and do parts pertaining just to one story. Kind of want to keep them simple and easy, just a little something, okay? So this is kind of my plan. So, of course, we want to go ahead and get right to the book, but just a reminder, don't forget to go through your bedtime checklist of important things that you need to do before you settle into bed for a good night of sleep, okay? All right, belly should be full and satisfied from a great dinner, all right? And PJ should be on. Of course, you should have had a bath or a shower. You're fresh and clean with lotion on your body and you're comfy and cozy, snug as a bug in a rug with your cuddle buddy. Your teeth are brushed, your hair is wrapped up, tied up, combed, brushed, whatever you need to do there. Just your basic hygiene is taken care of. Hopefully your room is clean. Don't go to bed in a messy room. You might get lost in it. So make sure your bedroom is clean. And I'm not going to spend too much time on the checklist. It's like I said, lately I've been just getting right down to the books. That's been my new MO here. So this book is entitled Change Starts With Us. And it is by Sophie Beer. Change starts with us. From saving water to ditching the car, there are many small changes we can make to help save our beautiful planet. All right, and this is all from the creator of, it looks like Love Makes a Family, and another one that says Kindness Makes Us Strong. I feel like I may have read the Kindness Makes Us Strong book before, but I'm going to literally have to find it, look at it to see if I recognize it. I think I may have, though. But if not, I'm definitely going to look for it because I like books like this. So here we go. Change starts with planting trees. Boys and girls, if you've not had a chance to plant a tree, put that on your list of to-dos for 2023. Plant a tree. Because trees oxygenate the air and give us shade, and our homes for animals like birds and squirrels and caterpillars. And if you build a tree house, it could be a home for you too. Not like live in tree house, but you can pretend. Change starts with saving water. So boys and girls, guess what? A simple thing to do is use water as the cue. This is my whole thing. If I hear the water running, that means you're rinsing the soap off of your hands from washing your hands. Or you're filling up the tub for your bath. Or you're rinsing off your toothbrush and maybe taking some of that water to gargle and swish around in your mouth. Okay? And then it should shortly turn off all the way without a stream afterwards. So like I said, one more show there, okay? So keep that in mind for those of you that like to turn the water on as soon as they get in front of the sink and let it run through the whole process. Nope, use that water as a cue. So we know, I already know, that's a cue for me to know, oh, I hear the water. They must have finished brushing their teeth. Now they're rinsing their mouth. But if you run the water the whole time, I have no way of knowing when you started brushing and when you're actually finished. Just a tip. It'll help it. It might bless your life. Anyway, change starts with shopping local. So in your community, if there are community gardens, you can actually go and pick your fruits and vegetables. If there's the neighborhood grocery store, farmer's market, shopping near you. Don't make it a journey to have to go and do your shopping. Change starts with saving power. Oh, now this is old school right here. Hanging the clothes out on the clothesline. Giving that dryer a break. That dryer in there is like, yes, I get a break. I see, you see that dryer peeping like, yes, they're not going to put the clothes in me and get me all hot and bothered. No, they're going to use the sun, which is very good. Because I feel like those sun rays put a little vitamin D in your clothes that kind of saturates it and just kind of helps give you more energy. Change starts with bringing our own water bottles. Now that's a good idea. So that you can always refill it. Change starts with eating less meat. I have kind of been doing that lately. Now I still eat meat, but I noticed in the recent couple of years or so, I've been eating considerably less. Like I've been making it 2, sometimes 3 days without meat. Change starts with learning about the world. And that's a good idea. Why all little parts of nature are so important, even the scary parts. If you're kind of like freaked out by bugs, read about them. Kind of like, I read a story recently. Remember that? And the tiger was so brave, but was afraid of worms. And the worms were afraid of the tiger, but the worms actually got to know the tiger. And then they wanted to, but the tiger was still scared of the worms because the tiger didn't read the book about the worms. So he didn't learn about worms. So it's a good idea to kind of learn about it. The more you know, the more you grow. And a lot of times fear is mostly based around the unknown. So there you go. Change starts with reusing and recycling. So a lot of things can be reused again and repurposed and saved. That's why I like arts and scraps, because they reuse things and we can turn it into beautiful art items. You can make instruments, all kinds of cool things. So really consider that before you just throw away. Consider what can be reused. Change starts with ditching the car. This is a big one. Give the car a break, especially if you don't have that far to go. Bikes give you exercise. Scooters, skateboards, hoverboards. And don't think a hoverboard doesn't give you exercise, because it does. You have to use your whole core to hold your balance while the motor is carrying you standing up. So yeah, those are great choices for getting around, and you don't have to always be in the car, polluting with the exhaust. Although there are a lot of electric cars and more environmentally friendly, it still allows you to have exercise if you give the car a break. Change starts with picking up litter. This is a big one. This is a big one right here, boys and girls. The trash cans and dumpsters, waste baskets, anywhere where trash would technically belong, they are really beckoning for your garbage. Don't throw it all on the street. Leave it behind anywhere you go, okay? Because we only get one planet. This is it. And sometimes our trash impacts our nature. And it hurts innocent animals that don't know and understand that you don't put your head in a plastic whatever container. There was a deer with a bucket, Halloween bucket, stuck on its head for like some days. Luckily it survived, but how did it eat if he couldn't really use his mouth? So we have to be mindful of our environment. Don't be a litter bug. Change starts with looking after our backyards. So if you live at home and you have a backyard or a community garden that you can actually go and be helper at, and you can water the plants, you can plant the seeds, you can till the soil, cut the grass, pull the weeds. And again, don't litter because you want your yard to look nice. Change starts with guess who? Us. Me and you. That's right. All right. It's only going to get done if we step up to the task. And remember, knowledge without application is mute. It matters not. So if you knew all of this, if you knew all the right answers, and you knew from cover to cover this book, now you got to do this book. If you knew it, you do it. Okay, you already knew it. I expect you to do it. And I like this book. And I'm going to look for the others because that is pretty awesome. All right, boys and girls. Good lesson for today, too. I enjoyed that as we start our February month. So I'm going to continue to look. I got to kind of hop around from library to library a little bit. Only because I want to, really. But that's a whole thing that goes along with my work. But yeah, the books that I ran into today were a little bit lengthy, and I need some that are a little more simple, quick, because we just want to get ourselves, in this case, ready to venture off into dreamland. So I don't want to keep you guys awake too long. So you know what to do. You got to get yourselves in bed, right? Comfy, cozy, not trying to be nosy. All right? Tucked in tight, ready for a good night. Snug as a bug in a rug. Safe and sound right where you should be found. Okay? So, with all that said, you got your cuddle buddy? Prayers are said, right? Please make sure you say your prayers. Go ahead and your light should be turned out, your night light's glowing if you need your night light. Everybody does, and it's not even necessarily because they're afraid of the dark. It just helps you kind of get around in the dark, especially when you kind of half sleep. You're like sleepwalking a little bit. It helps. But anyway, boys and girls, go ahead and close your eyes. Whisper to yourself what you would like to dream about. Whatever it may be, it's all up to you. And allow your body to just relax and melt away into your bed. You already know. And once you drift off to sleep, go ahead and dream your special dream. All right? It's all yours. Anything you choose. Dream that you're saving the planet. Okay? And then wake up and start fresh tomorrow saving our planet. Okay? On your mark, get set, go. See you next time. Bye-bye.